सच पूछो तो शर में ही बसती है दीप्ति विनय की। संधि वचन संपूज्य उसी का जिसमें शक्ति विजय की। Hello and welcome to an India Today special broadcast that comes to you from Ladakh. I'm Gaurav Sawant, and these epic lines of Rashtra Kavi Ramdhari Singh Dinkar's Shakti or Kshama stand so true when it comes to India's stance at the line of actual control with Chinese aggression. Today on this special broadcast, we will talk about India's strong stance. Let's first begin by telling you about India's Brahmastra. Remember, there are 3 roads that lead to Ladakh. One via Zojila, but Pakistan can dominate it or Pakistan can try and interdict it. The second is via Manali and Rohtang Pass, but that is closed in winters because of massive snowfall. The Indian Army has now come up with the Brahmastra, and this is a road that comes from Nimmu-Padam-Darcha, a road that connects Manali or Himachal Pradesh to Ladakh and reduces travel time by an entire day. It's just 8 hours from Manali to Leh when this road is completed. India Today traveled exclusively, and we get you this report. We traveled on this road and get you this India Today exclusive report. On the confluence of river Indus and Zanskar in Ladakh, the Nimmu-Padam-Darcha road, a strategic road that's being described as a game changer when it comes to movement of men and material in Ladakh. And with me are Commander M.K. Jain and Officer Commanding B. Kishan. Sir, why is this road a game changer?
Let us go and see.
Okay, so let's embark on this beautiful journey. It's very picturesque, it's also very tough, but this road, 258 kilometers from Nimmu to Padam to Darcha in Himachal Pradesh, is an absolute game changer. Amidst an intense India-China standoff and heightened tension with Pakistan at the line of control, the Army and Border Roads Organization are racing against time to complete this secret road from Darcha in Himachal Pradesh to Nimmu in Ladakh. The 258-kilometer long road will reduce travel time from Manali to Leh by over 6 hours. One of the major advantages of this Nimmu-Padam-Darcha highway is the altitude, the gentle gradient of the road all the way from Ladakh, from Nimmu to Darcha in Himachal Pradesh. So trucks, tanks, convoys, they move at a very gentle gradient. Point 1. Point 2, except for one high altitude mountain pass which will be snow-clad in winters, this road can be kept open almost round the year, enabling movement of men and material into Ladakh and all parts of Ladakh, from eastern Ladakh to central Ladakh to Siachen Glacier to Kargil through the year. The third access to Ladakh is the most crucial, as it is away from the prying eyes of China and Pakistan and cannot be interdicted by firing like the Srinagar-Leh highway. On river Zanskar, we are on the strategic Nimmu-Padam-Darcha road. Now, this is a 70-ton load-bearing bridge. Just look this side. Till last year, that was the bridge that the security forces used, but that could only carry 24-ton weight, which means tanks or armored personal carriers or big convoys could not take advantage of that bridge. This bridge has just been constructed. It still hasn't been inaugurated. And with us is Commander M.K. Jain. Commander Jain, how many such bridges are coming up and why is this road such a game changer?
We have already constructed 11 such bridges in last 2 years on this road. And after opening of this Manali tunnel, Atal tunnel, this road can be kept open for 12 months. Therefore, work on this road in last 2 years has been expedited and we have completed almost 100-kilometer road, double lane on this axis.
What is also very crucial here is that this is a strategic road. It's safe. It's safe both from the LAC against China and LOC against Pakistan because they can't see this road.
Yeah, that is also very important point regarding this road, because this road is away from LAC, so it is safe for movement of army. Now this year we are trying to keep this access open for almost 10 months during winter, and for this we have established special decks, and our men will work in minus 40-degree temperature during winter on this axis to keep it open during this year.
The approximately 3,000 crore rupee strategic road project was conceptualized in 1999 but took off in the right earnest only 2 years ago when the Prime Minister's office tasked Lieutenant General Harpal Singh, Director General of Border Roads Organization, to complete it on a war footing. What is the biggest challenge that you face on this road?
We face basically the climate is the biggest challenge for us. Here the temperature goes minus 40 degrees Celsius. Yet we do the round the clock work on this road because the mandate is as such. We need to do the work, and the situation in the border is not so conducive. So we are working around the clock and face the minus 40 degrees Celsius, and the vertical hard rocks which are so steep and 100 to 150 feet hard rock, we are cutting it down. And this road travels along the Zanskar river. It's a beautiful road to the Ladakh, connects the road around the year.
India today drove on the strategic road that will prove to be a game changer for rushing in troops either to Daulat Beg Oldie or Chushul sector or to the Siachen, Kargil and Dras axis if required. The Border Roads Organization engineers and workers are working virtually round the clock to blast hard rock mountains in the Zanskar Valley. Take a look at these high mountains. Take a look at this hard rock. Border Roads Organization is carving a road. These rocks are being blasted and a road is being carved to ensure that there is an alternate access that's available 365 days a year, 24/7 for convoys to move not just to eastern Ladakh where there is a current standoff with China, but also western Ladakh, Siachen Glacier, Kargil, Dras, Batalik Heights. For a two-front conflict, India needs to be prepared 24/7. This road cannot be interdicted either by Pakistani shelling or Chinese domination. This road will ensure at least 10 to 11 months of troop movement and replenishment of resources for troops across Ladakh. No longer will Ladakh be cut off for winters due to heavy snowfall at Zojila Pass from Kashmir or the three passes including Baralachla on the Leh-Manali axis. B. Kishan, officer in charge of the road construction company, with me here. How difficult is it to carve these mountains?
Yeah, we are facing a lot of difficulties in the sense we face the minus 40 degrees Celsius and the vertical hard rocks over here. We do tackle with the new age machines like DC400 is recently inducted. It has a capacity to drill a 12 feet hole in a 1 minute on 30 feet height of elevations.
Okay.
So we have a power with the drilling machines like a new age machines.
So a lot of machines have been imported. Machines have been imported from Finland, from Germany, from Japan, and those machines are also now being manufactured in India to have a large number of such machines to be deployed here. However, building this road is not easy and workers risk their life in blasting hard rock and carving out a road in virgin territory.
सर यहाँ पे काम करना बहुत कठिन है। ऊंची ऊंची पहाड़ियाँ हैं, उनके नीचे हमें मशीन चलाना होता है। ऊपर से कोई भी पत्थर आ जाए, जान के लिए बहुत खतरा रहता है हमारे लिए। लेकिन फिर भी हम काम करते रहते बराबर, चाहे सर्दी हो या बर्फ हो, किसी भी हालत में हम अपने काम को अंजाम देते हैं।
This road will give the army a major edge over both Pakistan and China in any standoff or warlike situation. The third axis promises to be a real game changer, connecting Ladakh to the rest of the country 365 days a year, now with snow cutters and movers deployed at Sankula, a pass at 16,400 feet altitude to keep the pass open this winter. For decades, work on this strategic road was stuck. Now there are 3 axes for soldiers to be inducted into Ladakh via Zojila in Kashmir, via the Rohtang tunnel, and now this third axis through Zanskar. Extremely important. The army calls it its Brahmastra, away from the prying eyes and firepower both of China and Pakistan. It will take another 2 to 3 years for this road to be completed, but when it is, it will give the army 24/7 and 365 days access to Ladakh for the better protection of this area. With cameraman Kripal Singh at the Zanskar Valley in Ladakh, Gaurav Sawant for India Today. So this is the Indian Army's Brahmastra when it comes to Ladakh. Access 24/7, 365 days a year. Let me now take you to one more road that's making the Chinese very, very uncomfortable. And India Today is the only channel that has access to this road. The Durbuk-Shyok-Daulat Beg Oldie road that's traveled from an altitude of about 14,000 feet in Durbuk all the way to almost 17,000 feet at Daulat Beg Oldie. And the significance of Daulat Beg Oldie, it's perhaps the country's remotest and yet the most strategic outpost in Ladakh. And China is eyeing it. India knows we will not let go of Daulat Beg Oldie or Depstang or any inch, not even an inch of Jammu and Kashmir or Ladakh. I traveled on this road. This is an India Today exclusive.
This heavy excavator has a long arm drill to make holes in hard rock. The Border Roads Organization engineers then use gelatin sticks to blast the rock and carve a road to quickly be able to move and maintain troops at India's most forward post along the India-China line of actual control at Daulat Beg Oldie in northern Ladakh. The Border Roads Organization is currently working against time to finish the road so that troops, heavy tanks and artillery guns can be deployed as and where required.
Brigadier Singh, why did we need this alternate alignment? Why is this so crucial, this new road through Shyok?
We are presently at the Shyok realignment. The existing alignment, which was 10 kilometer long, it had very steep gradients and number of bends. So whenever there was a movement of heavy equipments and vehicles, it used to be a very big problem for them. So there was a need, necessitated that we make a new alignment, which was, though the big challenge was this realignment was in a total hard rock feature, where 70% of the material is total hard rock. And we had to make a lot of effort to make this road, and now almost 70% of this alignment has been made. Just 2 kilometers is balanced.
The brigade looking after the DBO sector was by and large either air-maintained or military trucks and convoys waded through the Shyok River to replenish men and material. The China Study Group took a conscious decision to build 61 India-China strategic road and the 255-kilometer road from Durbuk along the Shyok River to Daulat Beg Oldie was classified as one of the most crucial strategic roads. Post-2017 work was undertaken on a war footing to complete this road.
The DSDBO road, this 255-kilometer long road, runs parallel to the LAC. So any road which goes parallel to the LAC has its own importance, and it is touching the Karakoram Pass, very close to the Karakoram Pass, are airstrip of the DBO. And we had planned construction of this 6 to 8 months back. We will be able to complete our targets before the winter set in. And in spite of the standoff and all, it is not affected or degraded our resolve to achieve our targets. Whatever has been the target given to us by the formations or by the Ministry of Defence, we were able to achieve it.
In this area, there is no civilian labour available for road construction. The Ministry of Railways ran a special train even in COVID times to bring in labour from Dumka in Jharkhand. The Dumka labourers work with the army at altitudes up to 18,000 feet and see themselves as soldiers and nation builders.
आप कहाँ से आए हैं?
अनाथ दत्ता झारखंड से आए हैं सर।
झारखंड से
दुमका दुमका डिस्ट्रिक्ट।
दुमका से आए हैं?
जी सर।
आप?
हम झारखंड से आए हैं। मेरा नाम है हवल देवर।
हवल
देवर।
और आप भी दुमका से आए हैं?
दुमका से आए।
कितने लोग हैं यहाँ दुमका से?
51 है सर।
51 लोग हैं?
जी सर।
तो हम लोग 16,000 फीट की ऊंचाई पर है। यहाँ ठंड है। ठंड नहीं लग रही?
ठंड थोड़ा बहुत लग रही है।
हाँ। तो कैसे काम करते हैं यहाँ पर?
ये कपड़ा लगा के पहनते हैं, थोड़ा जैकेट उकेट लगा के।
कब से आ रहे हैं?
हम लोग हो गया 10-12 साल से।
10-12 साल से आ रहे हैं?
जी सर, जी सर।
झारखंड से, दुमका से?
जी सर।
हर साल?
हर साल।
कितने दिन के लिए?
ये 4-5 महीना के लिए।
Carving a track and then a blacktop road is virtually mission impossible. But BRO engineers are bringing in the latest technology and heavy mountain cutting equipment even from Europe to be able to provide our soldiers an all-weather road. Take for example this excavator called the Spider. It's able to work and cut through hard mountain at virtually impossible angles. This is the first time that the army has brought in such a machine. The road to Daulat Beg Oldie is tough, but for the Army and Border Roads Organization, the bigger challenge after the completion of the road will to keep it open through the winters despite heavy snowfall.
The DSDBO road is a very crucial strategic road along the line of actual control that ensures men and material can quickly be deployed as and when needed in whichever part of the area. Our journey that began at 14,500 feet at Durbuk now ends at this point at Daulat Beg Oldie after 255 kilometers. But for the Border Roads Organization, the Army and the government, infrastructure development projects will continue in Ladakh to ensure better protection of our borders and development of the region. With cameraman Kripal Singh at Daulat Beg Oldie, Eastern Ladakh, Gaurav Sawant for India Today. And this is what is making China extremely uncomfortable. India's infrastructure development, India's development of border areas. Whether it's the Border Roads Organization, the Army or the Air Force. Every Indian is committed to protecting every inch of our territory. This is what is making China very uncomfortable, and its game plan is completely devastated. India Today now gets you an exclusive report on what's happening across the line of actual control. We've learned that a large number of Chinese soldiers are falling ill in the extreme high altitude, especially around Finger 4 at Pangong So. Intelligence inputs seem to indicate that a number of stretchers carrying Chinese soldiers to their medical evacuation have been reported. India Today's Shiv Arur with this exclusive report.
The winter is here. The Pangong Lake has begun to freeze. In the Depsang and Daulat Beg Oldie areas of Ladakh, minimum temperatures are already hovering around -14 degrees. The mercury continues to dip rapidly with each passing day.
At this rate, even at this point of time, when wintry conditions have not really set in, a lot depends on their ability to sustain and maintain them at these altitudes and hopefully keep their morale intact. Morale will start dwindling in a very major way because 70 to 80% of the casualties on those heights are not due to enemy firing but due to problems of high altitude and subsequently wintry conditions.
The harsh weather has already started to take a toll. Indian positions have witnessed a daily stream of Chinese combat medical teams evacuate small numbers of PLA troops from high-altitude posts from the Finger 4 area. According to military sources, the evacuated PLA troops were taken into a field hospital near Finger 6 for treatment. This is a harsh reminder of the effects of rarefied air and extreme freezing conditions even during the day.
This is the initial phase of the winter setting in, and there are already signs of Chinese troops falling victim to the harsh cold conditions at those areas where there is a face-off between Indian and Chinese forces. In time to come, at heights more than 16,000 feet, when temperatures dip to -40, -50 degrees, the bigger battle is going to be against the weather.
While the harsh weather doesn't pick sides, Indian troops are also bearing the brunt of unforgiving conditions in the standoff zone. But it is also true that Indian troops have had longer and deeper experience at far higher altitudes than those at Pangong So.
भारत की सेना का अनुभव और सक्षमता सर्दी के महीनों में लद्दाख में रहने की पूरे तरीके से तैयारी भी है। चाइना को इसकी ज्यादा दिक्कत आएगी।
With better gear and best possible training and experience of battling such icy conditions, Indian troops have the upper hand in the freezing conditions of Ladakh. The question is, can the Chinese forces survive in such high altitude areas? With Shivarur, Bureau Report, India Today.
The temperature around the line of actual control is already sub-zero, as this report seemed to indicate that the Pangong So Lake is already freezing at the corners. Where we are, it's 6 degrees Celsius. So you can imagine how cold it is where our soldiers are guarding us. We salute them. That is all that we have time for on this special broadcast. Many thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.